Howdy farts. This is a part 2 of my vlog. The last one was just getting too long because I'm talking too much. I'm almost like Nikocado Avocado. He reminds me of me, except, well, I'm not gay. That's really the only difference. Otherwise, he's really stupid, and I'm really stupid, hence the title of this video. But other than that, we're pretty... I watch his videos like every other day. I don't know why. Every time he makes... I can relate to a lot of what he talks about. That's the thing. I was normally supposed to continue this vlog talking about my new camera, but I'll get to that in a minute, or probably 10 minutes. I want to talk about Nikocado Avocado for a second because everyone is talking about him, and it's like, I watch his videos a lot. The reason why I like Nikocado Avocado is because he talks excessively. He always has something to say. Almost all of his videos, every time he makes a mukbang, which he makes a mukbang at least once a day. He has multiple channels, and he was usually active on all of his channels. So he was basically, at an earlier point, he was making a video once a day on all of his channels. Just about all of his channels. Nikocado Avocado, more Nikocado, Nikocado Avocado 2, Nikocado Avocado 3. The Noodle King, which he's never really been super active on, but that's another channel of his. Big shout out to Nikocado Avocado, to the 2 viewers that watch this. They already know about him because I've talked about him before, but I really wanted to get into more depth about why I relate to him so well. Because, first off, the first reason why I really relate to him is because of just everything that he talks about, everything from politics to religion to just everything that's going on in the world, his general opinion on everyday things, and just the fact that he talks so much. Every video that he makes on all of his channels, he's most active on More Nikocado. He posts on there once a day, sometimes twice. That's just what I've been noticing recently. Just about every one of his videos is somewhere between 30 minutes to sometimes well over an hour. That's generally the average timeline for most of his videos. And he's talking almost non-stop in every single video. And I'm just sitting here wondering, I thought that I had a lot to say. I thought that I talked a lot. I do talk a lot. But he really has me beat for sure. Because I make a lot more videos than he does because I don't really put any effort into it. It's more of just, I pick up the camera, I turn it on, I start talking, okay, done, upload it to YouTube. He actually edits his videos. So he has an intro, he has a promotional thing where he promotes his Patreon and his other thing where he can make personalized videos that you can purchase as surprise this and that. And then he has outros. So he actually edits his videos, which is why he only makes one video a day, on his channel for the most part. But it's still astonishing that he's still making a minimum of one video every single day that's between half an hour to sometimes over an hour in length. And throughout most of the video, he's usually talking almost constantly. The only time that he's not talking is when he's eating. And it's usually just a mix of that's so good. And it's kind of weird. Since his videos are really long, I'm usually most of the people that watch his videos, they just go straight to the comments. And I do that too, but I actually watch his videos. That's why I know a lot of stuff that he talks about. I actually watch the whole video and I listen to it. Usually, because the reason why I watch the whole entire video a lot of the time is because I usually play it as background audio, if I'm playing RuneScape or I'm playing another game, I'm playing The Wolf Online or something. Okay, I got distracted for a second. Okay, so that's basically why I watch his videos usually from start to finish. I don't really skip through it very often. Sometimes I do, just catch up or whatever. But for the most part, since I watch his videos daily and he's always making new videos just about every day, I have 3 monitors. So typically I'll have like the main monitor, I'll be playing his video. On another monitor, I'll be playing RuneScape, and I'll probably be playing a random game like The Wolf Online. I'm only saying The Wolf Online so much because lately that's been my most played game on phones. I've been playing that game just non-stop on my Android phone and my iPhone. I just kind of switch back and forth because it's a high quality game, a high frame rate, high quality game, good graphics and all that. It's online. So it does burn through my battery pretty quickly, like probably after an hour and a half. I need to charge my phone. So that's why I have it on my Android phone and my iPhone. So when my iPhone needs to be charged, I'll just throw it on the charger and then I'll jump right back onto the game on my Android phone and just pick up where I left off. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. You know, I'm playing other games and just listening to Nikocado in the background. And, you know, so that's why I do like watching Nikocado. I watch Nikocado every once in a while with one of my friends. Like we just put it on the TV and we'll usually be like having a few drinks and I'll just be getting drunk watching Nikocado Avocado. Because I don't know why, but he's entertaining to watch. Like, despite the fact that all he does is he just sits in a chair in a room and he has the camera set up and he has a table and he has a thing, usually this like little portable stove thing that he has propped up and he puts all the food on it. And I don't know if he keeps it on or not. I mean, it would make sense for him to keep that little portable stove on, maybe like on a really low heat setting, so it'll keep the food that he has on there warm throughout the whole mukbang. I don't know. I don't even know if it's plugged in. I also don't know why he keeps using those lunch meat cheese things to prop the stove thing up. He's using his cheese, like those little cheese slices. He keeps using those to prop the stove thing up. Why does he do that? Why can't he just... It just seems like a waste of cheese. I thought he loves cheese. Why would you just let the cheese sit out like that? Like, why don't you just use like a towel or napkins to prop it up? But whatever. I guess he just likes using it for the comedic effect. Screw it. I'm not gonna question his motives. I'm just kind of wondering why, though. I can't help but wonder why. But anyway, back on to what I was talking about before. I wanted to continue talking about the Galaxy S22 that I'm currently using to make this video. I'm actually surprised because a lot of people were talking about the Snapdragon Snapdragon Series 8, Snapdragon 8 Series Gen 1. They rebranded it and I don't know what the point is. It's the same thing, it's just they renamed it. But the Snapdragon 8 Series Gen 1, a lot of people were saying that it might have overheating issues or something, but I personally haven't had any problems with overheating. Occasionally, like when I was playing the Wolf game, my phone got a little bit warm, and a couple times I noticed a little bit of dropped frame rates after playing it for like 30 straight minutes. And I haven't had any dropped frame issues on my iPhone, so I don't know, maybe the power management isn't quite as good on this Snapdragon processor compared to the Apple's processor. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is that the iPhone has always been well known for having not only the fastest, most powerful processor, but also the most power efficient, which is why I've always been able to record tons and tons of 4K video at high frame rate, play tons and tons of high quality games, and it still gets warm, but I've never had any issues with the processor throttling and like dropping the frame rate in my games and all that. I've almost never had any of those issues, no matter how hard I tried I've almost never had any of those kind of problems, no matter how far I tried pushing the phone and like draining the battery, just doing everything on it, playing so many different games. But not comparing it to that, the processor on this phone has been really good. Like, I haven't had any problems with it. Like, the latest, if you have the latest top tier hardware, like if you have the latest processor, even like if it's within at least a couple years old, it's gonna last forever. Like, it's like even processors that are like 3 years old, they're still gonna be able to run just about any app, any game with pretty much no problem. So I didn't get the Galaxy S22 for the sake of having the latest thing so I can play the latest games at the best possible quality. Oh, like, I didn't get it for that reason. I got it for a number of reasons, but I didn't get it just for the latest processor, because the one in my last Android phone was still more than capable of doing everything. I got this phone because it seems like at this point, at least in my opinion, I feel like the Galaxy S22 is an example of a near perfected design. The hardware, everything is just near perfection at this point. Like the design, like just everything. The new camera, just the processor, no bezels. It's entirely screen now. And I thought that, because coming from the Galaxy S20, that had a 2K resolution screen, and from the S21 onward, unfortunately, they downgraded the resolution to 1080p for this entry level. So I was thinking, because I always had my screen resolution at 2K, and it looked super, super crystal clear. So I thought that when I got the S22, and I was stuck at 1080p, there's no more 2K resolution option, which was disappointing. I thought that it was going to be like noticeably less, like it just wasn't going to look as good as the S20 did. But after using it for like a week or two, honestly, I haven't really noticed any different. I haven't really noticed any difference. The screen quality in this phone, it's just as good, maybe even a little bit better. I think it's better because it's a little bit brighter. But the fact that it's 1080p instead of 2K, I really haven't noticed that the resolution is any less. So I'm actually fine with this. I like the screen on this phone just as much, maybe even a little bit better than the S20. So I guess it goes to show that I think the reason why they decided to reserve the 2K resolution option for the top end model is because it has the biggest screen. So I guess they just randomly decided that that's going to be more of a top end feature for the absolute best phone, which would be the S22 Ultra. Because if you want 2K resolution on the new Galaxy phones, you have to get the Ultra. And it has, I think, a 6.7 inch screen or a 6.8 inch screen. So I guess it would be a little bit more logical to have that high of a resolution. And you can also have it up to 120 hertz too. I can have 120 hertz on this thing, even though it's 1080p. I don't really like 120 hertz. I don't know why. Like, it's all right, but it gives me like this very mild form of like motion sickness. Like, it doesn't actually make me nauseous, but it just gives me this feeling that like I'm on a boat out in the ocean or something. Like, it's too smooth, and it makes me feel like I might get nauseous if I keep using this over time. I've always liked 60 hertz. That's always been my sweet spot. I always record all my videos at that frame rate. I like my screens at that frame rate. You can play back high frame rate video flawlessly because they're both 60 frames per second. So that's why I guess it's a win in my situation that I don't really care for a high screen refresh rate, because it just means that I'll get better battery life. But anyway, I gotta start on part 3 because this video is getting too long. So stay tuned for more videos. See you, farts.